What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Kevin Hoop Show. We've got a big fight card this Saturday, one day away basically. You guys are going to be seeing this on Friday. It's going to be an exciting main and co-main event along with the whole card. It's going to be a great, entertaining card, may I add. We've got in the main event, Amanda Nunes versus Irene Aldana. I'm sorry I pronounced that wrong. I'm horrible at pronunciation. You guys all know that. We've got Beneil Dariush going up against Charles Oliveira in the co-main event. Go watch the video from Wednesday if you haven't already. It's going to be a good fight card. We've also got, Mike Mallet versus Adam Fuggett. That's just a funny last name in my opinion. I gotta pronounce it like that. Sorry if it's wrong. Dan Ige versus Nate Landwehr. Marc-Andre Barrelat versus Eric Andres. It's gonna be a great fight night, guys. Again, we're gonna be going live Saturday around 9 o'clock. At 9 o'clock, not around, but at 9 o'clock, we are gonna be going live. It's gonna be a great fight night this Saturday night, so tune in. But either way, let's get into the meat and potatoes. Amanda Nunes versus Irene Aldana. I pronounced it right that time. That's the current main event. The main event that was supposed to actually happen, and I'm just kind of, following up with this. I haven't been necessarily paying attention full as much as I should be to the UFC game. I will admit I took a little break for 2 weeks. That's why we've been a little MIA, but we're back. We're in action. We're keeping up with everything. But the current co-main event was got originally changed because it was supposed to be Amanda Nunes versus Juliana Pena. And that was kind of, surprised me because why the fuck aren't we seeing that? Because in my opinion, this Irene Aldana is kind of fucking shit. Not to be an asshole, but Irene Aldana, all due respect, I just don't think they're there yet. To be honest, this chick just lost to Holly Holmes in 2020, and Amanda Nunes was beating freaking Shevchenko back in 2017. And I just feel like the skill level is not there. It's not there yet at all for Irene Aldana, and I think she's going to come out there and she's going to get embarrassed. But, again, that's me being a little bit of a jerk. Sorry for anyone that thinks I'm being a jerk. But either way, I just think that this is going to be an easy first-round KO for Amanda Nunes. I was a big fan of Juliana Pena when she beat Amanda Nunes. Did I think she was going to win in a rematch for the third time they were going to then face? Absolutely not. Do I think it would have been more entertaining than Irene Aldana? Yes. I think that Juliana Pena has showed that she's got the dog in her. She's got a fight that is a fire that is never going to go out in a fight. She's going to give it all that she's got. And, whether she gets caught or not, I think that, every fighter is going to get caught eventually. And I do think that the fourth fight that these girls would have had was going to be entertaining. And I think that that's kind of what the women's division needs right now. I think the women's division, yes, has seen plenty of first-round knockouts. We've seen Ronda Rousey do it. We've seen Shevchenko do it. We've seen Holly Holmes do it. We've seen multiple great, fantastic women come into the UFC and do great first-round knockouts. But I think that this Amanda Nunes versus Juliana Pena kind of rivalry that they've had has been fueling the excitement for women's MMA. And, I've been a big fan of Amanda Nunes since she beat Cyborg for the champ when she first became and got the title. And that to me was like, holy shit. I had my money on Cyborg, and I was just kind of learning things and whatnot. And next thing you know, Amanda Nunes knocks her out in the first round. And I was like, Amanda Nunes is the fucking GOAT of women's fucking MMA for the rest of time, in my opinion, after watching that. And then she went and did it to every other girl after that. And just to pull out some names of Amanda Nunes' last couple of fights, because I think it's literally insane compared to any other woman's resume in MMA. Starting out, Juliana Pena, she just fought her back in July of 2022, won that. Obviously fought Pena before that in 2021 and lost that. But before that loss, she beat Anderson, I don't remember her first name, Spencer, don't remember her first name, Jermaine Ramandamine, I think it's something like that, won against her. Holly Holmes beat her. Cyborg beat her, like I mentioned. Pennington beat her. Shevchenko beat her. Ronda Rousey beat her. Misha Tate beat her. Shevchenko again, and this was back in 2016 now, beat her. McMahon beat her. And then the list goes on and on, guys. She's just constantly won. Her last loss before that was actually against Zingano. Kind of like Ngannou, but Zingano. And I'm sorry I don't have the ladies' first names here. I'm kind of just going off of my pictures that I took quickly. But I think Amanda Nunes has one of the most, if not the most impressive resume of wins in the last 5, 6, 7 years. And, I do think that there's a reason for that. Not only is it because of her will and determination, but I think her skill level is just so much higher than the rest of the girls that she's facing right now. I think, if you compare it to Gordon Ryan facing all of the other guys that he's fought recently, even in ADCC, he's just that much advanced in his skill level, in his technique, and he knows he's playing chess while the other people are playing checkers. And I think that that's exactly what's happening with Amanda Nunes and all of her opponents right now. She beat him in the press conference. She beat him when they signed the contract is when she beat him. And I think that is a big factor in why Amanda Nunes is so likable, number one, but also why she's made such a run, why she has that Mike Tyson-esque type of not personality around her, but aura around her, I guess you could say. When people talk about Amanda Nunes, they have that Mike Tyson-esque thought process of how Amanda Nunes fights. She comes out and is just guns blazing. She's fucking 110% when the bell rings, and in the start of the fight and at the end of the fight. It's the constant same, all coming out at the same time, all coming at you at the same time. And what I mean by that Mike Tyson-esque type of aura is that once the bell rings, Amanda Nunes is throwing haymakers, fucking shots that will knock out a fucking elephant if it fucking hit him. And the fact that she's coming out with that in the beginning of the round from to the end of the round, I think is very impressive, and just, reminds people of how Mike Tyson used to be when he used to fight, which is just constantly trying to take the other guy's head off. And I do think Amanda Nunes has that sort of aura around her, especially when opponents are facing her. Sometimes I really just look at the opponent when they're doing the face-off or something, or when they get in the ring before the bell rings, when the Bruce Buffer's announcing their names, and they have no energy. I'm like, you've already lost. I could just tell in your body language, in, what you're giving off right now, the vibe that you're giving off, you've already lost. Like, she's about to fucking whoop your ass. And I'm sorry to say it, but I think that that's going to happen to Irene Aldana in this next fight tomorrow. In less than 24 hours, basically, a lady is about to get her head knocked off. And it's going to be legal. But, and again, that's nothing against Irene Aldana. I just, I'm glad she stepped up. This might be a real big turning point in her career. She might come out and surprise the fucking world like Juliana Pena did. And, I think Juliana Pena winning over Amanda Nunes, maybe it gives other women a hope or a dream of beating her. But as to how realistic that is, guys, I'm sorry to tell you, but it's highly unrealistic. I really just don't think that many girls are at her skill level right now, and I think that Irene Aldana, I'm glad that she stepped up. I'm glad that somebody stepped up, and that we still do have women that will step up to the plate when the time arises, and that is something that she's doing right now. I'm sure that she's going to have a lot of heart tomorrow night, but unfortunately, it's going to be a first-round knockout. No ifs, ands, or buts. So if you're betting money, put all your money on Amanda Nunes right now. I guarantee you'll make a few bucks. Maybe not, because I'm sure the odds are completely in her favor. It's going to be a great night for Amanda Nunes, I believe, and it's going to be a great night for the UFC. And, this watch party is about to be popping. So, again, tune in tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. It's going to be a great one. Amanda Nunes versus Irene Aldana as the main event, and the co-main event features Charles Oliveira versus Beneil Dariush. It's going to be a good one. We've been waiting for it for a while. Tune in again Saturday, 9 o'clock. If you guys haven't already, let me know in the comments who you think is going to win. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new or if you haven't already. And with that, have a great fucking day.